All right, we're ready.
Panda Smart is going to be a game changer. Look at that logo.
Perfect. We're open.
Allow me to share my second screen. Okay, so now moving to our customer portal. I just need to share it as a different browser tab. Okay, there we go. So this is a typical view, right? So just imagine it on their cell phone. They see, the customer sees this, they see what they are liable for from a discount point of view, and how many achievements they have unlocked, what active discounts they have, and the number of total visits against that particular store. So each store will have its own customer portal link. And then also I get to see my active missions that the store is participating in. And as I'm inviting people, I can see my progress bar to whatever free product or service that's up for grabs. Same with my free item progress. I get to see my progress there. And also my monthly spend, it gives me progress of how far I am from unleashing my 10% discount, right? And remember, these always reset the following month. You start from 0 again, and you have to grow to that threshold. Then also your bookings, you have a booking here. And as a customer now, I can now click add booking. I open the calendar, a selected date. And I can set the time. Okay, then I will say, put in any detail. I'll say I need a valet. And so we allow the customers to be as descriptive as possible here. You as a store owner, when you confirm the booking, you will link the actual products that will basically achieve that when you're creating your order. Okay, right. So after I've created my booking, it will say pending. And then allow me to actually share my entire screen here because I'll be toggling in between. Let's see. Share screen one. Share. Right. Okay, perfect. Right, now the customer has sent their bookings. Now I'm going back as a store owner, and I will come to our booking calendar. I open my booking calendar. It shows me a calendar period, what's available, and it will show you all the bookings I've confirmed and this new one that is pending. Right, and I can actually go there and confirm, and if I confirm, or I can reschedule or cancel, right? So whatever action I take there, the user will get an update. So let's say we are confirming. I click on confirm, and on confirming, I'll realize reading this, okay, they need a valet wash and any other item I can add that will suffice to complete their request or requested service, right? And then after that, I'll confirm or write a comment, and I'll say, confirmed, please arrive 10 minutes before scheduled time to avoid any delays. Okay. So this could, depending on your operating procedure, how you want to confirm or you want more information, you will then, but it's really a two-prompt action where you either give an instruction or you confirm that this is done, or you want to tell them the total is actually sitting at 750 exclusive. Right, I have a question, I think. Sorry, let me just navigate. The question is, are clients able to rate our service? At this point, no. We don't have a rating. And particularly it's because then here we are just managing the loyalty program and point of sale. In terms of customer management and customer satisfaction, that we see that as an additional service or CRM to this experience. But at this point, we haven't stretched to that point where we do client service. But as you can see from this customer portal that I've shown initially, it is possible. But I think this would have to be something that requires some thought in terms of how do we handle reviews and so forth. But yes, at this point, it's not available for reviews. I then continue to confirm my booking. Then I come back to my customer view. Okay, let me refresh. There it says, okay. There. Okay, confirmed. And here's my message to the customer. Done. And then the communication ends there until it reads. So it's not really going to turn into an instant messenger, as it's just there to confirm. Like I said, it's too prompt. The customer makes a request, you confirm, or gives an instruction, and then they get that view. Then it pops up in your calendar and on the customer's calendar. And then they can decide to download it on their own calendar as a reminder. But currently it sits on the app. While at the time when we push this MVP to production, the mobile app will be available and it will also be able to push notifications directly to the device. Any questions thus far? Yeah, sorted. Right, so I'm gonna go back to the store just to complete our orders. When you come and you look your orders, now that confirmed booking comes back to us. It comes through the sales orders, and we see this was a customer booking, or you'll see it was initiated by the sales rep. So that gives you a good idea where your business is actually coming from. Is it our customers more leaning towards coming in walking, or they want to book in online? This is really up to you. And I think in the future we can play around with some business intelligence on that in terms of what does that mean for your business. So yeah, that's the end of the live demo. I think now as a cashier, I'll be able to come in. I can load that booking. I see it here. It then pre-populates, and I can continue to make the payment. Right. I don't know if I'm leaving anything out. I see there's another question. Can the store ask for a holding deposit, especially in a saloon type of use case? So because we are not integrating with your online merchant, because that will facilitate payments, one reckons that because we are focusing on working business at this point, we don't lend ourselves to online payments at this point, because I think we see value in creating community through contact and the consultative process that is becoming something that is sought after these days, because a lot of engagements are happening online, but they miss the human touch. So at this point, we're just focusing on walk-in. So anything that needs to be paid online, you can put your details, banking details, in that comment section and say, please pay your deposit into this account, and here's your reference. I think that is a workaround for now. But we are focusing on the working business community at this current stage. I hope that answers the question. All right. Okay. I'm happy to move forward. I think if there are no any other questions, I'm just going to move on to the cashier sessions. And I'm just going to touch on creating a session. So you have invited your cashiers, and they have basically now been registered and assigned as cashiers. You then can come and create a session beginning of the business day, and you select the customer, the cashier. Once you've selected the cashier, you assign them to a terminal, and it creates the session. When the customer comes in to basically open the point of sale, they get a prompt to say, enter your float for the day. They enter the float. Once that information has been captured, you get to view it as the owner, where you see, okay, this is the float details that the customer entered. They had 200 rands worth of change. These are the cash sales that happen. You can see loyalty redemptions, any tips, and also card sales, vouchers, and discounts. And it should tally in terms of the money that was given and the money that was cashed up. And you get to see a variance, and then you can have your manager review notes here in terms of how your business policy manages any variances, be it a shortage or a surplus. So that is the cashier trading sessions. They cannot leave the store until these sessions are completed. It won't allow them to open another session. Just be aware. So this enforces that housekeeping to happen on a daily basis, so that you can manage your variances in time. And then you just get a highlight dashboard. If you have a number of sessions that you've opened up throughout the week, they will populate here in the same tabular form that we have here. I have another question. Inventory for bottle stores. Am I able to get notifications on low stock? All right, so currently on our stock items, let's just open the products. So yeah, you get to set, at this point, you get to set your stock quantity. We can make a low stock alert, and this can come in a form of an email to the store manager. I think that's reasonable, but that will only obviously work for tangible products where we can set up low quantities. But sometimes we don't want to go into full-on inventory management, especially looking at the startup license or business frontier. But for a unique custom implementation, which is available on assessment in terms of its feasibility, we can actually then, for the big enterprises, delve into actual stock management and even, our costing methods when we manage those stocks. But right now, this is typically what I'm demoing is for the working business. So I would say that big enterprises will get a whole different feel for their unique needs. Follow-up question is credit management for customers who buy on credit. This is the second time I'm getting this one. And I think at best what we have agreed on is that we will be able to set a limit on the customer. And I think this will possibly roll out as soon as we are done with our first initial hardware deployment. Just be aware that we are busy with our installations, working with the developers to ensure that the Panda Smart integrates with the hardware itself, from the camera to the NFC, the printer, and so forth. So once that is done and we're rolled out, we will look into adding this into our backlog in terms of credit management. But how we see it is you set a limit, and when that limit is exceeded, you then, if you have to proceed, it requires not just the cashier, but the store manager as well to approve. That's as far as how we are managing credit management. But that will come in the not so far future. Does that answer the question? Any other points, Ketiwe? Are you sorted, Ketiwe? All right. Right. So yeah, thanks everyone for being interactive. I think this is a new feel for us. Thank you for the time you make in attending the session, and actually, learning more. We'll try to give more marketing collateral, especially from an educational point of view. As time goes by, we're still very much a small team, and so just bear with us. But whenever we have these frequent sessions, make sure you do attend, and this will keep each other updated on what's new, what's coming, and also success stories from our deployments, our current deployments. We are excited about two franchises coming in. One is a car wash. The other one is a water bottle store, and they're basically going to roll out their new stores on our platform. So we're pretty much excited, and we want everyone to take advantage of the limited time discount, which is when you sign up for the 12-month lease, and this is a lease to own. That means the hardware will be owned by you at the end of the term, is that you get a subsidized Panda software included with the device, and it will have that 12-month warranty. Thereafter, then you just continue paying the software. This is a limited time offer. We have a finite number of participants that we want to roll out. So we encourage people to really take advantage of that offering while it stands. With that being said, thank you very much. Let's catch up again on our next webinar. Take care. Oh, sorry, before I leave, I have a question. Is the device portable enough to use at a pop-up markets and such? Definitely, yes. So all you need is a Wi-Fi. The tablet is chargeable, but the Swan 2 is you can move it around, but you need to have it near a power point for just maintaining power throughout the day. But the Falcon 2 will be advisable for your pop-up markets and the likes. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I wish you a wonderful evening, and let's keep the conversation going. You're more than welcome. I think everyone here has my contact, so you can drop me an email or a WhatsApp if there's any further conversations. So I look forward to our conversions. Thank you. Cheers.
All right, we're ready.
Panda Smart is going to be a game changer. Look at that logo.
Perfect. We're open.